Spider-Man has a spin-off show headed to Amazon. The Mandalorian Season 2 got a premiere date, and Black Adam and Batman have both tested positive for the coronavirus. What's up, Comic Book Nation? BD here, and although that opening line sounded like something you would say while playing Two Truths and a Lie, they're all true, and I'm not sure why anything surprises us this year anymore. Let's just get to the second printing, because I know you love Chris Killian, and the faster we get through this, the faster you get to your precious daily distraction. Both Dwayne Johnson and Robert Pattinson have tested positive for COVID-19. Apparently, the coronavirus did not get the memo that one of these men is quite literally a rock, and the other is vengeance. What I'm saying is they're gonna kick its ass. Johnson seems to be on the other side of the infection, with him and his family recovering, but Pattinson's diagnosis has seen the production of the Batman shut down once again. We don't know much more than that. All we can do is send him our best and wish for a speedy recovery.
We just want you to know that we are with you all the way.
This is no doubt going to set an interesting precedent for productions going forward. Hollywood needs to take a look at what the NBA and MLB have been able to do. One has had their playoffs run without an interruption from this virus by operating inside of a bubble. The other has delayed more than 40 baseball games because its rules were a little too lax.
All right, you play ball, we play ball.
The Mandalorian got a premiere date in the form of October 30th. Hopefully a trailer gives us a fix of Baby Yoda, because he's the only innocent and exciting thing we have left to look forward to in our lives at this point. It's going to be an 8-episode run, which means if you're looking for WandaVision this year, you would have to get it on Christmas Day, which probably means we're not getting any Marvel shows until 2021.
That's way in the future, man.
Speaking of Marvel TV shows, Sony is getting into the Marvel TV show game as they're talking to Amazon about a Silk series. A pre-Silk version of Cindy Moon was in Spider-Man Homecoming, with Tiffany Espenson in the part. No word on whether or not they plan to bring her back, or whether this is in the MCU, or whether any of us really have any idea what's going on when Sony tells a Marvel story at this point.
Nobody knows what we're talking about here, Jack.
The future for the Marvel Cinematic Universe will hopefully start to get a little bit more clear soon, because Black Widow and Eternals are both getting closer and closer to their scheduled release dates. We did get a photo of Black Widow looking at Taskmaster, and Eternals director Chloe Zhao had an interview where she said her movie is shot differently than any of the other MCU titles, but hey, you get a crumb, you get a crumb, you get a crumb. All the Marvel fans get just crumbs.
We need more.
Tenet is now playing in theaters where theaters are open. The movie is as much better than New Mutants as its box office. Tenet made $53 million overseas last weekend without having opened in the US yet, and the New Mutants made $11.2 million worldwide all week. I had the chance to talk with John David Washington, who pretty much all of us are fan casting as Green Lantern at this point, and I have some bad news for you. Fans have cast you in just about everything, man. And I personally, there's a few roles I could think of in those Marvel and DC worlds that you might be fantastic for. I have to ask, have you ever kind of had a conversation about that stuff, or fantasized? Is there one character or franchise you think you would like to get involved with?
Yeah, bring them on, man. I never had a conversation. They don't really reach out to me, but I do feel like Tenet, the protagonist, if he fits in that world, I think what Christopher has created is a superhero in some way. So like who can fight? Who can fight inverted? So
that's your second printing of the week's biggest issues. Follow me on Instagram at Brandon Davis BD, because whether you're Team Killian or Team BD, we can all agree we have no idea why that Jim Viscardi guy comments on every single post here. For more updates, head over to Comicbook.com, and if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, because it honestly just helps us out. I'm BD. I'll see you there.